Hi, Scorpio. It's Mary with Sayre here. Thanks for stopping by. This is a specialty reading. It was recommended or requested by Ga himself, or Ga himself, and he's one of my subscribers. The reading is called How Do I Heal? Or How Do You Heal? How do we heal? And for each, it's really fascinating, Scorpio, because for each sign it's so different. And I love how that works. So this is for mid January to the end of January. However it applies. Whenever you listen to this, sometimes too it applies that way. Thank you for your likes, subscriptions, and your donations, your readings, and I really appreciate everything. So, first card here is a 5-card spread. This is a current situation. So this is the 5 of Cups. And this is really good news when we see that reversed, at least for me as a reader, because this means that, well, we've done quite a bit of healing about the loss and regret that we've experienced recently. And, we're able to put the spilled cups behind us and move forward. So typically this is emotional pain, love, or regret, loss, love, and disappointment, regret. Okay, so that's good. Kind of getting back up and ready to kind of start moving again with the two cups, one for us and one for the whatever we love, right? Okay, so now we're going to look at the past. The past is, well, I have the Queen of Cups here. So Scorpio, that could be you. Could be you being open to love and being honest about love, being honest about your feelings. Because the Queen of Cups, she walks forward in her power as a loving individual, okay? The Queen of Cups also knows her worth, and she also wears her heart, like her heart on her sleeve, so to speak. Because she knows how special her love is, okay? So that's really beautiful. So let's look at this. This would be the concern. The concern is, well, this is the world. So this is ending the cycle. So the concern, I could see how that could be a concern if the cycle is ending. It's a place of, if we're ending any kind of relationship or any kind of cycle that we have regret and loss, okay? Then then part of that process is evaluating what happened, what we need to leave behind, walk away from, what things had to go away to bring the ending. Because sometimes, well, doors just can't be shut unless some things are completed, good or bad. This just is what it is, right? Okay. So the next card, this is the advice. The advice is to understand, well, it's walking away from what we once loved, but it's also understanding that we need to walk away from what no longer serves us, Sorry about that glare. I'm going to get one of those ring lights, But anyway, walking away from what no longer serves us. And that's hard, what no longer makes us happy. So it's funny because if we think, in hindsight of what we wished for, if I had a house like this, or I had a relationship like this, or I had a job like this, I would be happy. Or if I met somebody that had A, B, and C, and then we get down the road and realize, well, maybe I should have asked for some other things. Maybe that's not as important now because I'm a different person. You know what I mean? And so sometimes those are the reasons why we need to walk away from things. And maybe the other people have changed too. It's not only one-sided. And it doesn't always have to be somebody that quote unquote did us wrong in a way, right? So sometimes walking away is just letting people deal with their own stuff. I don't know who that's for, but anyway. So the outcome is the 7 of Cups. The outcome is, well, to me, this is saying no longer being an option or limiting my options or making a decision about my options, but definitely the options those options have changed, So, how does this tie into how we heal? How do you heal? Well, by doing this work that you are doing. And what's interesting is there's all cups except for the world card, is to understand that to complete a cycle, we really need to feel our feelings. We need to go deep and understand why this had to end. And to understand that maybe we did come from a loving place in the beginning, at least whoever is involved here did. And so no matter how it went, people affect each other in different ways. And sometimes, even though we all have regret about what happens in relationships sometimes, but no matter what, that doesn't change our interaction. It doesn't change it because we all need to be accountable for our actions. And at some point, the blame just, setting that aside because there's better things on the horizon, And sometimes, I don't know why I'm going so deep, but they're asking me to. Sometimes blame now looks different later. That's all. And so sometimes that's why it's important just to pick up what we have and know, yeah, that's tough. But not to be stuck there and dwelling in the sadness and the loss and the regret. And sometimes our own anger, because, well, we have a right to be angry at different times, Anger is part of the process, of course. All right. So I think what we're going to do now is we're going to look at maybe the new path here. Your new path. This is the Enchanted Map Oracle. I might do a couple of those. Still have to be reminded to talk into this. Okay. So I can't believe we're almost to February 2020. It's crazy. Last year for Valentine's Day, I bought myself a big box of chocolates. It was so awesome. All right. All right, so this card is Dry Desert. And it's reversed. This is 31. So this is a 4. 31 adds up to 4. Then we'll do one more for you. This is One Ring Circus. Okay. And so One Ring Circus is one ring circus, one woman show, one man show. That's what that's about. Knowing that you have everything that you need to succeed wherever you want to go. And it's something about pulling in, about looking to yourself to fulfill those needs, okay? Not looking for someone outside of you to wait for that, not to wait for that, but to move forward in your own power. And in that way, you retain your own power. So whatever this was that you left, it might have been, and it feels like, yes, it very well could be, so you could gain your own power, your own momentum, and not have this start and stop thing when it comes to your other things you want in your life. Say, if you want, here's an example. If you want to build a house or you want to have a certain business, that you don't wait for the partner, that you go ahead and do it yourself. It gives you more power overall. It really gives you more flexibility in how you want to do it. It gives you the autonomy that's really needed for happiness. Then you meet somebody and you're not dependent on them. Their behavior does not affect your work or does not affect your home, you see? That's really important for self-empowerment. So now Dry Desert, I haven't had that one reversed, so I'd just like to grab the book real quick. 31. The subject of your inquiry is barren and can't give you anything right now. No matter how beautiful and seductive the shimmering glow of a mirage, this is an illusion. When the Dry Desert card is reversed, it is a warning not to be hypnotized into thinking you will achieve your desire. This well is empty. Consider the gift here, though Know that while it is not the right place, person, or circumstances for you at the moment, it means that something much better, more fulfilling, and life sustaining is coming. Celebrate the warning and be grateful. That's what you walked away from, or are in the process of walking away from. But it's that also understanding when the cycle is over and when it's time, and that's a really big gift, really big gift. Okay, so what are you doing? I got a new kitty. My other kitty was really lonely, so I got this new black one. I don't know if you can see her. Can you see her? Barely see her head. Her name's Tara, but I named her Gigi. Gigi the magical cat. She talks to people and gurgles. I love that. My other cat's kind of jealous and wouldn't come inside. I go, you get in here because I bought her for you. Anyway, I didn't really buy her. I rescued her. I just donated something. Anyway, so this is Art Through the Eye of the Soul Oracle. We're going to get one more card for you, Scorpio. Oh, this one's on the bottom. Should we just take it? Shifts happen. Stabilize your energy fields. Shifts happen. This is your shift. Changing. That always reminds me of like jumping another timeline or jumping on a new path. Or it's like, when the trains, when they're in the train yard, right? Train yard. And they switch the tracks. Somebody goes, okay, guys, switch the tracks. I don't know where that came from. And they go and they pull that lever down in central control, and that train goes on a different track. So, shifts happen. Stabilize your energy fields. The other name for this card is divine intervention. And there you go, Scorpio. You were so loved. You are being divinely guided. Take care, and I hope that helped with your healing. I'll talk to you soon. Bye-bye.